If your wig installs are looking bumpy, lumpy, or just not laying right, the problem is not your glue, your lace, or your styling. It's your foundation. So today, I'm showing you how to braid your hair down flat, neat, and protectively, even if you're a beginner, so your wigs melt like magic every single time. Let's get into it. Hello beautiful, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Please excuse my presentation. It is like 2 p.m. and I just got out of bed. But let's jump right into this tutorial. I'm starting with clean, blow-dried, and detangled hair. First tip, do not braid on dry or tangled hair. It will make your install bulky and cause unnecessary breakage. I washed, deep conditioned, and blow dried my hair straight yesterday evening, as well as applied a little bit of leave-in conditioner and a lightweight oil to lock in the moisture before wrapping it up for bed yesterday night. So we are good to go. Healthy braids start with a healthy scalp. So if you're planning to keep your wig on for more than just a few days, this step matters. As you see, I've already started parting my hair to start braiding. I want to do the braids on the side first because I couldn't find a way to record me braiding on the side without my hands getting in the way of what I was doing. So I braided one side of my hair first and then came back when I was in the middle so I could better show you what it is that I'm doing. So here's my hair when I'm about halfway done. And yes, I am aware that this first braid looks weird. Okay, we're not going to comment on her. Moving on, as you can see, I'm doing the classic straight back cornrow pattern. You're going to want to do 10 to 12 braids depending on your hair density. They don't have to be super perfect, especially if you're a beginner. As you can see, mine aren't. But remember, the goal is a flat foundation, not super big, chunky rows. Using a rat tail comb, start parting your hair into sections. I'm doing about medium sized sections. You can use a light product like an edge control or a braid gel if you want to get your parts super clean and smooth. However, since I'm doing this on myself, that doesn't really matter to me. Since I'm doing these on myself and I obviously can't see the back of my head, I'm using my fingers to kind of feel out where the part is, and then using my comb to continue parting where my fingers are, hoping that it's straight until I've reached the nape of my neck. Once you have your section parted out, clip away or tie up the rest of your hair so that it doesn't get in the way. Gently comb or brush through your section to ensure that there are no tangles. Now we can begin braiding. I'm starting by parting out a small section in the front. For beginners, starting with this small section will help you to start your braid a lot easier. To start the braid, you're going to need to split this section into 3 even pieces. To make understanding this process a lot easier, I'd first recommend that you learn how to do a single 3-strand braid because we're essentially doing the same thing, except instead of going forward, we are taking it backwards. So here I have that front section parted out into 3 even pieces going backwards. The primary fingers I'm using are my thumb, my index, and my middle finger. My thumb, index, and middle finger on my left hand are holding the middle section, while my 4th finger and my pinky are holding the other piece in front on the left. And my thumb, index, and middle finger on my right hand are holding the other piece in front on the right side. To begin braiding, I'm bringing back that left piece and holding it with my thumb and index finger on my right hand. So my right hand is holding both the left and the right piece of hair. Using my free hand, which is the left hand, I'm grabbing that middle piece and crossing it over the left piece. Now that my thumb and middle finger have grabbed that piece, I use my 4th finger to hold it down. Now using my index finger, I went under the middle piece to grab the piece of hair on my left hand side in between my index and my thumb. This is 1 rotation completed. Now it's left for me to complete the same steps with my free hand, which is now the right hand. I recommend doing this 2 to 3 times in the front before adding more hair. To add more hair to the braid, We're going to use our index fingers each time we complete a rotation. As we go under to grab that opposite piece, we're going to pick up a little bit of hair using our index fingers. The hair you pick up will be added to the middle piece, and as you complete your rotations, it will be weaved into the braid. I hope my explanation was thorough as well as understandable. I tried my best to explain it, but if you did not understand, then hopefully you can learn by watching what I'm doing. If you're a beginner, take your time with this and practice going through the motions as much as you can. The first braid is usually the hardest, but once you get the rhythm, it'll become so much easier. As you're braiding, be sure to grip at the root and maintain a firm grip as you're braiding the hair back. Maintaining a firm grip as you're braiding will keep the hair flat. However, don't braid too tight because we don't want it to be painful. Tuck your ends in neatly, especially at the nape. If your ends are long, you can braid two together to make them flatter. From here, I'm going to repeat these steps until I'm done with my entire head. Now that my braids are done, this is what they look like. Most of them are uneven and they're definitely not perfect, but this does hit our goal for achieving a flat foundation for our wig install. And considering I did these on myself, I think I did a darn good job. If you're wondering about the 3 braids on this side, yes, I did do them bigger intentionally because braiding your own hair is an extreme sport and my arms were getting very tired. So to finish up faster, I did make those a little bigger. Following 2 steps are optional, but to keep my scalp well moisturized under my wigs, I like to go in with a mixture of leave-in conditioner and water. I also apply this to the ends of my hair to keep them moisturized and keep them from drying out too much under my install, especially when I have my wig on for weeks at a time. To lock in all that moisture, I then go in with a lightweight oil, applying it in between my braids and massaging it into my scalp. I do also add a little to my edges and my ends as well. Our final step is to secure the ends of our hair. This is optional, but I do recommend it. I particularly like to do this because my hair is relaxed and super straight and my ends tend to unravel very quickly. I'm going to braid them into one big braid at the nape of my neck. I'm not too concerned about perfection here because we are still going to secure this by sewing it down. Again, this is optional. If you choose to leave the ends of your hair out, then by all means do so. However, tucking them away is beneficial because this helps to prevent snagging unnecessary breakage and helps you with length retention. Once I'm done, this is what it looks like. Now, instead of leaving this braid hanging out like this, we're going to tuck it in between these two braids and then sew it down so that it lays flat and it's tucked away. After you've threaded your needle, we can now begin sewing. To start, I'm inserting my needle through the braid and pulling it through. From here, I'll begin inserting the needle underneath the braid and pulling it through instead of going through it. This way, the thread will wrap around the hair like a rope and hold it in place. I will then repeat these motions until I'm done with the entire braid. Once you're done sewing, go ahead and tie it off by double knotting the thread and then cutting off the excess. And that's how you braid your hair for a flat and flawless wig install. Protective, beginner friendly, and tension free. I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this, as well as drop me a comment down below if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, but remember, the Lord Jesus Christ loves you more, and I'll catch you on the next one.